Yo, what's up guys? Today we are reacting to a video that was sent me by one of our captains on Discord called Ruby. So he sent me this video of Dr. A.P.J Abdul Kalam, and I believe this is a great moment for me to watch this video, to react to it, to get an inspirational lesson for a lifetime and learn how to manage failure and success. Right now I feel inspired, I feel happy, and I am very motivated to keep on making videos for you guys. And I'm so grateful for everyone who has been supporting. If you don't know what's happening, then check out my community tab. You will understand everything. But, this week, this whole year has been amazing. But especially this week, it has been something that I have never imagined that would be possible. But I knew that it could happen, if that makes sense. Sometimes even if you don't understand how it can happen, you have to believe. So that's what I was there for. Even if I don't understand how, I'm still gonna keep doing it because I know that eventually it is going to happen. That was my mindset, and I don't know where this channel is going, but hopefully we're gonna keep doing this for a long time, hopefully. In any case, I want to be ready. So this video will help me how to manage failure and how to manage success. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's go. Dr. A.P.J. Also, I want to give a shout out to the people who made this video, or who posted this video, called Dream Motivation. Go check out their channel. This video has 7.4 million views. It was posted 6 years ago, and the link is in the description. So yeah, check it out. Okay, the credit is given where the credit is due. Let's go.
This is a great lesson which no university taught me, no book taught me, but that one person, that institution taught me such a big lesson. So I thought of sharing with you how to manage success, most importantly the failure. I have repeated a number of times, I don't mind repeating that one incident. That incident for me is a university education. I have not read anywhere. I have so far I have gone around the orbit 71 times around the sun.
Wow.
I have not gone through any education, such a beautiful education I got in 1979, 1980 period. I thought of sharing with you on this occasion. It is like this: 1979, August 17th, we were ready for launch of a satellite launch vehicle with 44 subsystem and thousands of components. It was built in Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, and at that time Professor Satish Dhawan was the chairman Atomic Energy Space Commission, and he is also Space Center. And he gave me the task in 1973 to build a satellite launch vehicle, to put a satellite in the orbit. 1973 he gave me this task. In 79 we were ready, thousands of engineers, 10,000 of workers and staff, they all worked together. Then we moved the satellite launch vehicle from Vikram Sarabhai Space Center.
So you're telling me that in 6 years he managed to do what people might have thought was not going to work? Because I can imagine that he would go through so many troubles and criticism, and he did in 6 years. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see where this went.
To the now Satish Dhawan Space Center at Sriharikota. So the launch vehicle was in the launch pad, and the day 17th August 1979.
Exactly.
And I am the mission director,
Wow.
project director, and we are all in the control center, and computer takes over. T minus 8 minutes, computer will take over, because very difficult for me as a mission director to check hundreds of parameters. So it has to be checked. Computer, we hand over the whole launch of the rocket system to the computer. So when T minus 8 minutes came, I handed over to the computer for the launch on 17th August 1979. And thousands of people are waiting for the launch mission centers, and they are working throughout the country and some downrange stations. Exactly at T-minus 8 minutes, computer took over. And then at T-minus 4 minutes, computer put a hold. It says, don't launch. So we were all, because at that time, the whole rocket system alive, and every explosive system, propellant system, electronic system, all are on ready to launch. Computer says don't launch. At T-minus 4 minutes, then immediately a computer printout comes out. There is some problem in the second stage control system. There's a leakage, so you don't launch.
Wow.
Behind me, there are number of experts, 6-7 experts, my expert 10 years, 20 years experienced people. I turn to them, and they are in their computers to find out what happened, and they tell me within a minute. They say there's a problem in the second stage control system, and we cannot launch. Computer says, but we believe as experts, the igniter, that is oxidizer, is sufficiently more there. Even though there's a leakage in system, you can launch. They asked me to launch. That is, I can say to the computer to shut off the computer. I can manually launch the rocket system.
Whoa, 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 whoa. So in the beginning of the speech, he said that we're going to learn how to manage failure. And then he's building up the story to explain what happened. The computer advised them not to launch, but then his expert said, go ahead. Oh, I'm going to keep watching, and I'm going to leave my comments to the end.
I discussed with my experts. I believed in them. I agreed with them. I'm responsible for it. I immediately put the rocket in the manual mode. So rocket took off, 100 seconds, beautiful launch, and the rocket first stage did its job.
Okay.
It's a 4-stage rocket system. Then the second stage took off. Within a minute, within a second, we got into spin. That means it should be steady. It's a controlled rocket system by a guidance system. But it was going to the spin. I knew I lost the rocket system. Within few seconds, instead of putting the satellite in the orbit, the whole system went to Bay of Bengal.
Bay of Bengal.
Failure. And then how do you handle a failure? It's very important for entrepreneurs. Life is not so simple. We have to handle the failures with stout heart. My chairman, that is the Professor Satish Dhawan, exactly at 6:30, I was very tired of continuously working. He come to my room, you join me for a press conference. On that day, in the morning, there's a press conference. Hundreds of press reporters, media people have assembled. Professor Satish Dhawan told me, I am going to handle the press conference. You are going to come with me. He took me there.
Guys, here's what happens. When you fail, sometimes you can't live with yourself, right? Or maybe sometimes you can. And you have that agony. Oh my goodness. If I could go back in time, just a few minutes. And that guilt keeps you from progressing. So you have to keep that guilt out of your mind. But then the second obstacle comes, which is the press. When people start talking and, confirming your guilt, your inner self, the pressure starts building. So this part is very important. I'm pretty sure he's going to say something amazing. So the press just comes, or not only the press, but the people around you, they only come to add insult to injury. Oh, let's see.
And there was a press, the national press, international press. They asked a lot of questions. How can you put 20 crores in Bay of Bengal? One guy asked. And like that, so many serious questions. After all, people will ask questions, the people's money. So like that, number of questions were there. And Professor Satish Dhawan said, Yes, it's a failure. First time we have launched, we have gained a lot of system, and definitely we will succeed. I will give all the support my technologies. I'll give all the supports to my scientists. We will succeed in a year's time, he said. Friends, did you observe what happened there? I am the mission director. I am the project director. I have failed the missions. With me, 5,000 people have worked. But chairman, Indian Space Research Organization, he take the responsibility of the failure. He completely switched my
Wow.
failure to his failure. This is the leadership quality.
Wow. You know, I'm gonna give you an experience that I had myself. When I was living in Brazil, I was running a school, and there was an incident that happened there where one of the students, they were complaining about what had happened in with the administration, right? The receptionist and everything, everyone who worked in the reception, the call, the person who was taking the calls. So this incident was reported to me, and my first instinct was, mm-mm, they are responsible for this, and this is a problem, we have to solve it. How could they have done this? And back then I was very, very young. This was like 10 years ago, basically, give or take. And that was the first time I felt like a boss. And it was the worst sensation because my employee looked at me and they said, "You should have backed us up. I did everything that I was supposed to. The client was wrong, not us. And the first thing you should have done was talked to us, not blame us." And I felt so bad because I didn't want to be a boss. I wanted to be a leader. So that failure of mine actually shaped who I am today. So whenever something goes wrong, I don't care who was wrong. I put it upon myself to go there and say, "Look, I'm sorry. We will fix this," and I try to be the leader that, the best way I can. And then I talk to my crew and ask them what happened, how could I help, and how could it be different for the future. And then I try to see if they need more training. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be leaders. We're supposed to be the face of the company. We're supposed to be the face of, we're supposed to be the commanders. We're supposed to be the front line. So if anything happens, it's our responsibility, not theirs. If they did something wrong, maybe they were not trained well enough by me, maybe they were not informed by me. So if I am in the front line, if I am the commander, then I have to take that responsibility. And then I have to talk to them, guide them, and help them. And that moment in my life opened up my eyes. And when I started to put people, under my wings and not fault them, but guide them, then everything started working towards my, my objectives. And this is what he's saying right now. This is true leadership skills. And he's right. These things, they don't teach in college. They don't teach in high school. It's just life experience. It's just when you fail, then you learn how to succeed. But the fact is, you need to be humble enough to understand the failure, to accept the failure, to admit the failure, and only then you will learn that what you did was wrong and you should never do it again. So you learn from your mistakes. But the biggest problem is that people sometimes don't accept their failures. They don't accept. They think that they were right all along, and they never learn from the mistakes because they never recognize the mistake. So the first step is identify the problem, recognize the mistake, humble yourself, and fix it. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Up to this day, I have many flaws, but I always try to accept my flaws and try to fix it. And that's what makes us human, and that's what makes us better. In the beginning of this channel, you guys may have, I don't know, is there anybody here who was who was on my channel when I started making live streams? My first thing was to make live streams, and the biggest problem was that I didn't know anything about Indian movies. There were videos that people were telling me to react to that were actually fake trailers. I was all over the place. But if you watch my earlier videos, you'll see that I owned my mistakes. I owned my fails. I laughed at them, and I improved. If you guys can even watch me react to Krish 4 trailer. Anyways, let's keep going. But remember, guys, it's not the end of the world when you fail. It's the beginning of your maturity. Let's say it like that, okay?
Exactly after 1 year, that is 18th July 1980, we go to the launch pad and the countdown starts. T-minus 8 minutes I hand over to the computer. Computer checks out. First stage is it initiates the rocket system. First stage gives the required velocity. Second stage gives the required velocity. Third stage gives the required velocity. And fourth stage required the escape velocity for the put the satellite in the orbit. I am seeing in front of me what is the performance taking place. I took the I put the mic. I announced all the station. Here is your mission director. The satellite is in the orbit, and we congratulate you. I told them. Now that's not the important. That's one of the important things happened. But after 30 minutes, Satish Dhawan called me. Go for press conference. You conduct the press conference, he said. Can you see the significance? Failure, he took it. Success, he gave me to my team.
Wow.
This is a great lesson. It's a great lesson.
Wow.
This is a great lesson which no university taught me, no book taught me, but that one person, that institution taught me such a big.
Wow, that is beautiful. Thank you for inspiring us, Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. Wow. Wow, that was a plot twist. Guys, that was amazing. Okay, so this is the channel. Go and check them out. Subscribe to them. You know, the link is in the description. Guys, man, that is amazing. When you are in the front line, accept the failures. When you are at the peak of your success, value those who have been with you. That's what I get from this. So you see, the director, he was not the director, but the chairman. He accepted the failure, but the success he gave to the director, who was working in the front line. That is amazing. That is an amazing thing, and I strive to be more like, you know, like this man. And that's what, you know, that's what it inspires me. I don't know. I don't want anything for me. You know that whenever I do something, I always try to involve people around me. I always try to help people, and you know, I'm so grateful that everything is working well here on my channel, and hopefully, you know, things are gonna keep going well. And I just love that you guys are so united with me. And guys, when we put people before ourselves, then naturally good things happen to you. When you do things with love, passion, when you do things without any expecting anything, when you're altruistic, good things happen to you. So this was a very eye-opening and inspirational video. Thank you so much, Ruby, for sending me this. And guys, I want to take this opportunity as well, since I am inspired, to thank all of my captains on Discord. I would never have found any of the good movies here on the channel if it weren't for them, the good videos. This video, you guys have helped me get this far, and I really appreciate it. So I'm really happy for where I am today. You know, there was another guy, I remember the first guy who sent me a message on Instagram. He said, react to KGF, and I had no clue what that meant. I asked him, is that a movie, a series, what is that? And then he explained to me. He had the patience, and I had 1,000 subscribers, less even. And I took a leap of faith, and I believed in him. He believed in me, and I'll always be grateful for, you know, that he introduced me to this great movie. And we have come so far. So this is to our 80,000 subscriber milestone, I guess. I'm doing this video early, but I feel like, you know, I need to thank every single one of you, because I'm really happy. I'm really, 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 well, you guys can tell. I don't need to say how I feel. I can't keep a smile off my face, you know. Man, thank you guys for being with me, and we have a long way to go. Okay, let's get to 100K. That's our next milestone. And guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget, above all, to be a good person, to spread positivity, to help one another. And I'll see you soon. See you in the next video. Take care, guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.